So
Shout out to
how is he
Jasmine.
for women though if he's a self-described misogynist?
How's he a
But that's
self-described
self-described.
misogynist?
I would say like that's
well,
still a personal
Like
opinion.
he's a
I want you to
self-proclaimed
tell me
misogynist.
how you know that about him. Like, what did you
Yeah.
hear? What did you see that
I
told
just
you
saw
that?
like a podcast like years ago when he was just like yeah, I'll say I'm a misogynist, and he's just saying like how he just feels like I'm totally old school when it comes to like feminine and masculine. I love gender roles and I totally agree with it, but also I don't agree with demeaning women, and I don't
Okay, so like,
agree-
what is the definition of misogyny?
Webster? I couldn't.
I mean,
give you
just give me
Webster in
just
this
a rough,
moment.
just a rough
So,
definition of it. Like, what is it to you?
misogyny.
Because I'll tell you what it really is after you tell me what you think it is.
To me, I would say it is something that is just like looking down upon women, believing that women should be seen, not heard.
Okay, well, let me teach you what the actual definition of misogyny is. The actual definition is the hatred of women, and the opposite of that for women hating men is called misandry. Okay, he does not hate. He has a wife and a daughter. Okay.
Does he really have a daughter?
Yes, he did. It came out afterwards that he does have a daughter. He does have a wife.
The absence
And like,
of hate.
oh no, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that if a woman
there's-
loves him enough to want to have a child with him, it says something. It definitely
There's white
says
people
something.
that have babies with black people that hate black people
I just
all
don't.
the time.
I just
Let's
don't
not
think
make this
it's-
about race. There's
No,
no reason to
I'm
make
just
it about
saying,
race.
don't
there's
think
no
it's fair
absence.
to
That
paint
doesn't
him a certain
negate
way
that.
based off of like a 60-second
Yeah,
video.
you gotta understand.
Because I've
yeah.
sat there and watched like 3-hour podcasts where he's been like, a guest or a host or whatever, and he's genuinely even taught me a lot of things that I was not aware of. And I mean, I'm not no one to say that he isn't, a perfect person. Of course he's not. And I will say this, like, I mean, I'm not necessarily like super deep into the social media realm. I'm not famous. I don't have a lot of followers or anything like that. But I can understand that there is some things that you say just for content. Like once you're so deep into social media, like you almost even kind of say certain things to kind of troll everyone because that's part of social media. That's part of like the content and
Exactly.
stuff. And a lot of the things he does say, yeah, some might be controversial. Some things he might say may come off as rude, but at the end of the day, he does go based off of facts. He does go based off of what is true. And a lot of people just can't
handle the truth.
They can't handle the truth, but
Yeah.
they also can't seem to not get their feelings involved.
Once,
And that's
once
just-
you get into the pool of truth, people want you to drown.
exactly.
Yeah,
True.
So-
and he
Literally
speaks in
what you just said.
hyperbole. He
Exactly.
speaks in hyperbole. He
Right.
speaks in extreme because that's what gets clicks and that's what makes you blow up to the point
Right.
that he was the number one Googled man on the planet was because he spoke in hyperbole. And that's what everybody does on the internet. It's called red meat content. Everybody's doing that because it gets clicks. If I say all women are whores on a video, all the women click it because they're like, how the fuck are we all whores? I gotta figure it out. Not all of them,
comment.
but
I mean,
but like,
they, be
but-
like, they be like, how did they know?
yeah. but the big thing, it really bothers me when people think that he hates women or that a lot of people in Red Pill space hate women because it's a very extreme thing to say they hate women. Now, it's one thing to say, I don't like how he thinks men should be like this and women should be like this, but then we can debate those specific
Right.
topics and say, what this is why he thinks men should be like this and women should be like this, and there's certain reasons, but that doesn't mean somebody hates somebody just because they say, I think men are better breadwinners.
Right.
I think women are better at taking care of children and nurturing. That doesn't make you a misogynist. That doesn't make you a misogynist. That just means you're stating the facts, and some people disagree and some
Gender
people do.
roles.
Yeah, it's gender roles. So, but
I'm into it.
yeah, and like you were saying earlier, you're in the gender roles.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
totally.
you should, if you watched more of Andrew Tate, I guarantee you, like her, you would fucking fully
It changed
360
my
flip.
life.
I've watched a
because-
lot of
Some of
clips.
his
I've watched
stuff
a
is
lot
like
of clips.
straight
And I've been
facts.
like, ooh. And then some I'm like, what the fuck
And,
is
I
he
mean,
talking
Well,
about?
it depends what platform it's coming from.
Right.
If it's coming from a platform that is trying to degrade him and make you hate him more,
Right.
it's going to be a 30-second clip of him saying something that pisses you off.
Exactly.
But
I
if
have
it's
a
coming from a
question.
platform that respects him, it's going to be
Yeah.
a 1-minute clip of him saying a full
And
idea.
I don't even think there's one person that has ever came across and said that like they had a bad experience with him. There's so many people that will
Yeah.
sit there and be like,
Exactly,
like
yeah.
behind all the cameras, like he is such a great person. And I mean, I've never met the guy, but I'd probably say
That's
so.
what they are. No, the guy who was
in
just
Romania.
on the guy who was just on my show, guys, like y'all were here. The guy who was just on Trip Advice, he literally has talked to Andrew in person. Like he literally has talked to him, and he said right there on my interview, he was actually a very good guy.
Yeah.
Like off camera, he was a really fucking amazing guy. And like I had Sterling Cooper on here, who's one of his best friends, one of Andrew Tate's literal best friends, who lived at his house for months, and he said he's an amazing guy. He was there and never saw anything like what they're accusing him of, and he lived at his home
Didn't they even like raid his house as well? Like at
before,
one point,
and they found
didn't find
nothing,
nothing?
and
Yeah.
they let him go. Yeah. What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something. Yeah.
So So I'm coming into this as a person who doesn't know what red pill, blue pill is. Like I've heard the
Like the
terminology,
Matrix?
but I don't know the definition.
You want to
So
define it for her, bro?
Is it like the
and
Matrix?
for the viewers too, because I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. I hear y'all talking about it. I hear about it, but
Yeah.
like explain it to me so that when I engage, I know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Red Pill Crip got you.
So
He
the
got
red pill in the confinements of relationships, which is pretty much our atmosphere, is it's pretty much letting men understand that a lot of women aren't flowers, they weeds. We kind of expose the uncomfortable truths about women instead of giving them the benefit of doubt. They gotta earn their, you know what I'm saying? We hold women accountable. We make sure that if you're gonna love a woman, you gotta understand, do not bring a knife to a grenade fight, because
At
women
all.
got that motherfucking power.
They got the
Understandable.
bazookas,
They got
man.
that. They do not
I'm gonna
play
be gone,
fair.
girl.
When you show the red pill is make sure you show no weakness. I don't care how beautiful, how much she smiles.
For
We gotta
the
let you
man,
know.
don't show no weakness.
Yeah,
Specifically.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
But if a woman earns it and she deserve it, you can walk on air.
Full stop.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But at least
And Red Pill can get like way deeper. Like if you ask multiple people of it, like the big thing, like Rollo Tomassi, he's the guy who wrote the book The Rational Male, which is an excellent book that
The
everybody.
rational male.
The Rational Male, yeah. And like in his book, he really cites and just talks about all these red pill truths, like the statistics about how women are, how men are, and our true nature of us. Because we like to lie, Disney, our parents, society, we like to lie and say that this is how we are, this is what it really is.
I was raised
But-
different, so I know better. But
Yeah. But the whole point of the red pill movement, though, is to show that this is the truth. This is how women really are. This is how men really are. This is the truth of reality. Like that's why it's called taking the red pill. Like in the movie The Matrix, Neo had to choose between taking the red pill or the blue pill, and the red pill woke him up to the real world, which was very sad and horrible. Or you could take the blue pill and you fall back into delusion and you're happy.
can
Ignorance-
everybody
ignorance is
who's seen
bliss.
The Matrix raise their hand?
If you haven't, you better.
Yeah.
Because I haven't.
Oh, you're
I've
missing
never
out.
seen it.
Y'all actually still plugged up to that
so-
shit.
Here,
I was
hold on.
like-
Here,
Okay,
hold on.
so
Megan, what were you gonna say?
red pill, blue pill. We need to come out with a pink pill.
There is-
So
we talk about
so there is
how
a pink
men really
pill.
hot.
Honestly, though,
Hold on,
okay, so,
hold on.
before I really got into like the game, I read a book called Why Men Love Bitches,
Ooh,
and then there was
I've heard
another
of that
book called Why Men Don't Like You, and it was
Ooh.
because
You
you're
sound like
nice.
her.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
And then like men
You're
are from
nice,
Mars,
you're
women
nice.
are from Venus.
It's because
type
like
stuff.
men really they like nice girls on the surface.
They really like the toxic ones.
being
Facts.
in no, it's
That
not.
is
It's not even
absolutely
a little
it's
bit of
not-
toxic.
That's not.
Underneath.
Y'all don't like the
Underneath.
nice
That's
girls.
So
Y'all
that's
do
not.
not
So
like
that's
nice
You
that's
want
not.
her nice
Here, one mic
on
at a
the
time.
surface, but toxic underneath.
So that's not
That's a lie.
necessarily truth,
Not
as
really.
in
Here, one
they
mic,
like
guys.
toxic. They like women that are assertive but kind and gentle. They like women that are very direct, but it's almost like you have to walk the dog. That's what my club manager used to tell me.
Hey,
Why
bro,
don't we
hey,
why
let
don't we
me-
go around the table?
Hey, fellas in the chat, when y'all watch this, just listen to them.
Pink
Yeah,
pill.
just
You ain't
listen.
even got to say
Coming
nothing.
soon.
Just
So-
let women tell you who they are. Don't worry about it. They don't know shit about what we want.
Pink pill.
Yeah,
Coming soon.
speaking
It
of,
really
I think
depends
that's a
what y'all
perfect segue,
I wanna
Sergio.
know.
Why-
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.